Hey K-DramaVerse fam, welcome back to your favorite spot where the tea is always hot, the vibes are real, and nothing gets filtered. If you're here, you already know. We don't just report stories, we feel them, we break them down, and we bring you right into the moment. And today is one of those stories that has the entire internet buzzing, arguing, and honestly, losing it. A shocking tax clarification has just dropped, and instead of calming the situation, it has done the complete opposite. Fans are confused, netizens are furious, critics are dissecting every word, and the biggest question on everyone's mind right now is simple. How did a clarification make everything worse? Let's get into it. So here's how it all started. What was supposed to be a straightforward explanation about a tax-related issue quickly turned into a full-blown controversy. The statement, released with the intention of clearing the air, ended up raising even more questions than answers. At first glance, the clarification seemed calm, official, and structured. The kind of statement that usually signals, okay, everything is under control. But the moment fans and the public started reading between the lines, something didn't sit right. And you know how it goes online. Once people start questioning things, it spreads fast. Within minutes, screenshots were everywhere. Threads were popping up. Reactions flooded timelines. And suddenly, what was meant to settle things became the spark that lit a wildfire. Now let's pause for a second. K-DramaVerse fam. I want you to think about this. If someone is truly innocent or transparent, should their explanation leave people more confused? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this is where opinions start to split. Back to the situation. One of the biggest triggers for the backlash was the tone of the clarification itself. Instead of sounding reassuring, many people felt it came off as too technical, too distant, almost like it was written to satisfy legal requirements rather than genuinely communicate with the public. And in today's world, where fans expect authenticity, that kind of tone can backfire. Hard. People didn't just want numbers and processes. They wanted clarity. They wanted honesty. They wanted something they could feel. But instead, what they got felt like a wall of carefully constructed words. And that's when the reactions really started pouring in. Some fans tried to defend the situation, saying, maybe it's just being misunderstood. Legal matters are always complicated. People are overreacting. But on the other side, the other side was not holding back. Critics began pointing out inconsistencies. They started comparing past statements. They questioned timelines. They dug into details that most people wouldn't even think to look at. And suddenly this wasn't just about taxes anymore. It became about trust. Let's talk about that for a moment. Because in the world of K-dramas and entertainment, trust is everything. Fans invest emotionally. They support careers. They defend their favorites. They celebrate every win and stand by them during controversies. So when something like this happens, it doesn't just feel like news, it feels personal. Now here's where things take an even more dramatic turn. As the backlash grew, the internet did what it does best. It amplified everything. Clips were analyzed, old interviews resurfaced. Every detail was examined under a microscope. And you know what's interesting? Sometimes, it's not even the original issue that causes the biggest damage. It's how it's handled afterward. And in this case, many people believe the clarification didn't just fail, it may have actually made things worse. Let's break that down together. When a controversy happens, there are usually three possible outcomes. 1, the explanation clears everything up. 2, the situation stays neutral. 3, the explanation fuels even more doubt. And right now, a lot of people feel like we're in that third category. But here's the twist. Not everyone agrees. Some fans are still standing strong, saying the backlash is being blown out of proportion. They argue that tax systems can be complicated, and misunderstandings happen all the time. And honestly, that's a fair point. But then comes the counter-argument. If it's truly just a misunderstanding, why wasn't the clarification clearer? Why leave room for doubt? Why not address the concerns in a way that connects with the audience? K-DramaVerse fam, I want you to jump in again here. Do you think the backlash is justified? Or is this just another case of the internet overreacting? Let me know, I'm really curious where you stand on this. Now let's talk about the emotional side of this situation. Because beyond the headlines, beyond the statements, beyond the debates, there's a human element here. Situations like this don't just affect reputations. They affect mental health, careers, and relationships with fans. Imagine being in a position where every word you say is analyzed, every action is questioned, and even your attempt to explain yourself becomes another reason for criticism. It's intense, and it's something we often forget when we're scrolling through comments and sharing opinions. But at the same time, public figures also carry a certain level of responsibility. When you're in the spotlight, transparency isn't optional, it's expected. And that's where the tension lies in this situation, between understanding the pressure and expecting accountability. Let's also look at how quickly narratives can change. Just days ago, everything might have been calm. Support was steady. The atmosphere was normal. And now, everything feels uncertain. That's the power and danger of a single statement in the digital age. Another interesting layer to this whole situation is how divided the audience has become. You have supporters who believe in giving the benefit of the doubt, critics who are demanding clearer answers, observers who are just watching the drama unfold, and each group is convinced they're right. And honestly, that's what makes this situation so fascinating. It's not just about what happened, it's about how people interpret it. Now let's imagine something for a second. What if the clarification had been delivered differently? What if it was more direct, more emotional, more transparent? Would the reaction have been different? Or was the backlash inevitable, no matter what? Because sometimes once a controversy starts, it takes on a life of its own. And no matter what you say or do, people will still find reasons to question it. But here's something we can't ignore. The longer the uncertainty continues, the more pressure builds. And eventually there comes a point where another response may be needed. A stronger one, a clearer one, a more human one. So the big question now is, what happens next? Will there be another statement? Will things calm down on their own? Or will this situation continue to grow? K-DramaVerse fam, this is where you come in again. If you were in charge of handling this situation, what would you do? Would you release another clarification? Stay silent and let things pass? Or address everything head-on with full transparency? Drop your strategy in the comments, I want to see your takes. As we wrap this up, one thing is clear. This situation is far from over. What started as a simple clarification has turned into a major public debate, and the reactions show just how powerful communication and miscommunication can be. In a world where every word matters, how you say something can be just as important as what you say. And right now, all eyes are watching to see what happens next. Thank you for staying with me all the way through, K-DramaVerse fam. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss out on the hottest, freshest, and most unfiltered stories. Until next time, stay curious, stay vocal, and always keep your tea hot. See you in the next one.